Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, ladies, gentlemen, fathers, mothers, and daughters. I've stolen his intro again. I like King. I've commented him too much. Welcome along to League of Europe. Welcome along to the finale. Welcome along to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And welcome along to me presumably dying spectacularly in the commentary box. But here we are today in what is going to be a fun race. My name is, per usual, Mr. Evil Dragon. Joining me, as per usual, is the one and only lovely Jess. Say hello, Jess.
Hello, Liam. For one final time this season. The season has flown by, hasn't it? But we are ending the season on a high with the final sprint race of the season, which I think always ends well in Abu Dhabi. And for those of you that are unaware about the sprint race format, here it is. One-shot qualifying, 50% sprint, and then we've got a 50% Grand Prix. The 50% sprint results do decide the starting order for the 50% race as well. And the points on your screen as well. The last two sprint races that we did went down a treat in League of Europe. So I wonder if we're going to have the same today as well. So, someone's readied up to, actually, no, the timer does kick off quickly, so we better get going very quickly.
Yeah, we do, of course. Straight into one-shot qualifying. Don't forget as well, we do have the lovely little bit of a sprint and then the feature race. So it's 10 plus, I think, 22. Memory serves me correctly around Abu Dhabi. We'll find out in due course.
29 laps in the 50%, 10% in the sprint.
I was close enough. But, here we go, on board with D-Mod. So never go, if you see someone suddenly spin the car around and go backwards, that's because that's what they're meant to be doing. But here on board with D-Mods, he heads down towards turn number 1. Quick left-hander as you begin the lap, 5th gear, up into 6th gear as well as you fly through the left, right of 2 and 3. And then, of course, down into the new part of the circuit. Don't forget, Naram-san has a quali ban, so that is why he is already out of the session. RB is disqualified as well, so there's the second one, but out of the hairpin and down, of course, Lee straight, which slightly kinks right at the end. It's not completely straight. It narrows from almost 4 wide down into, it shuffles it into 3 wide. You can see the circuit narrowing right there as you head into the chicane. Put the 100-meter board on the right-hand side, chuck it over the curb, left, and then right, keep it in 3rd gear, and then floor it all the way out then as you pass underneath the middle bridge, and of course, next to the the GT pit then, I still think it is. I think it's the smaller layout, but it's 2 different layouts, into the long left-hander, of course, which is also new as well on this circuit. And you can run the car quite wide here, and then into when Nico Rosberg became a missile in 2012. And he gets through there nice and jobbly for the Haas into the right, and then underneath, of course, the Marina Hotel into the 2 last corners on this circuit, which is the double right-hander coming up through here. First one is completely flat. Left off and then down into round up 3rd gear into the last corner, into the right, up to 4th for the exit, and Mort going up to the line and across the line in 7th position. Then to its chill on pole from Matty in 2nd, Chris from Cam, YHYY, lines up alongside them. Then we've got D Morts down here in 7th position. So, yeah, okay, not many drivers here today. However, hopefully that doesn't make a bad race. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people didn't say laps, and 3 of them disqualified. Only 10 people saying laps. Melty, by the way, is back, so good to see you, Melty, with your historical time of a 129.2. That makes me feel good from what happened to me in the last league race I did. But only 10 cars doing quality lap. That's pretty sad. But, of course, we do have 15 drivers. 3 of them did not set a quality lap because it's got disqualified and the other 2 invalidated. So, who knows what happened there?
Yes, definitely. And I have to say, Chill, very good lap time as well. Good to see him back racing for the final race of the season. It was a shame that he wasn't in championship contention. But anyway, it's all good. And I'd like to say a big congratulations to Chris once again, because last week, Liam, he won the championship in D3, so well deserved. He got a nice graphic as well, which looks really nice. So, oh, what?
It's raining! It is raining here in Abu Dhabi! This is unbelievable! Wow, here we are! Rain in Abu Dhabi! Wow, I haven't seen this one for a while. The chai has exploded, and my dream has come true. A race in Abu Dhabi in the pouring rain. Well, here we go then. 25 seconds. Remember, formation lap is on intermediate tyres. for all the drivers. Cam, I didn't look at the weather because we're in a desert.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be dry. That's why I didn't ask for the weather this week.
Well, here we go then. Well, we didn't expect that one.
I was not expecting... And by the way, in the game, the percent chance of rain is 1%.
Well, here we go then.
So
Full intermediate conditions here in Abu Dhabi as it heads off the grid in the most remarkable circumstances. I have never, in my commentary career, seen a race here in Abu Dhabi. I've driven, of course. You have to go back all the way. But the last time I raced in a race with Abu Dhabi in the wet by game standards, that was all the way back in 2012. That is a long time ago. So, this is going to be interesting.
Can you check to see if it's dynamic, please?
It should be. Can I have a look?
Yeah. You go
dynamic.
on. Yeah. Oh, so it's actually. Oh my god.
It has generally decided the heavens wanted to open 10 laps, of course. And this is going to be a little bit of an entertaining afternoon then. So, 15 drivers, most of them are going to be on a dry setup on a circuit which is very easy to make a mistake. I know for certain that this is going to be fun. It's going to be straight into all the way to the end. We do not see any indicator from the sky that it is going to lighten up. I'm not seeing any different clouds, but it is very pretty. And I mean, if the full race is in the wet conditions, that'll be fun because it gets nighttime in the wet. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? I hope it does, but it probably won't. But of course, like I said, Cress won the title last week. Cam basically has everything in his powers to be second in the championship unless something catastrophic happens to Cam, in which case he will not be second in the championship. So it's going to be fun to see what Cam can do. He lines up in fourth. Yeah, I'm excited as well. I mean, everyone on the intermediate tyres. No one's on a different set of tyres, so I don't get to do my my strat of saying what everyone's tyres on because they're all on the intermediate. Chance of safety car, very likely normally in the wet. Chance of safety car in Abu Dhabi, it's around about 30 to 40% from racing in leagues around it. You don't often see them. Watch out for turn 3. Very easy to make a mistake through that. Chill on pole position alongside of Matty. Chris alongside him. Cam in fourth. Last car on the grid. Then the Haas out the back of the Ramsat. And, well, here we go then. The 5 red lights in appalling conditions here in Abu Dhabi. It rains, it pours, but the lights are off, and we're underway then into the sticky, treacherous conditions. Chill gets a good stop. What about Matty? He pulls up the inside. Matty then up in towards turn 1, gets the lead, and we're all going to get through turn 1 correctly. Look, it looks certainly like the top guys are. Apart from that, who's that? Chill straight off the road, and well, I said it too soon. Chill off the road. That might be a straight safety car. That was a very big off there. Lost the rear end in these conditions, and that was what was feared could happen. All these guys on the dry setups, and Chill straight away off the road. Are we all going to get through into the hairpin? Okay, looks like we are. Cam all the way dropping down in his 6th position. One of the Haas led trying to make a few positions as well, but it looks relatively like, apart from Chill, who I said was doing well until everyone got through turn 1 apart from dying, and they didn't. I think everyone's ready to go down the stretch to go 2 by 2 into the chicane, and that is going to be melting up into 8th position now, overtaking a few cars. There's Cam under pressure right there. Rosario is one of the Rebels, one of the Hasses there, trying to go around the outside. The other Mercedes following suit as well. You can see them all twitching in these conditions here, and you've got to see who is what. The conditions absolutely appalling here in Abu Dhabi is around the outside. There goes the Haas. That's not going to work around the outside there. It might in the dry and the wet. You're going to get squeezed a little bit out, and he's going to go on the curb. Needs to be careful. Still there. There's the Mercedes trying to make it free and wide then. Down in towards the triple right, and up the inside goes the Haas. The Mercedes trying to go up the inside of the Red Bull. They all stay relatively in order as well. Then comes RB. That, of course, is it's a different person. He's just changed his... It's the same person, just changed his name. I forgot his name. So, Ryan Belshaw, I think, is his name.
That's correct.
Changed it because we get getting confused with him and Ryan. So he's changed it for us. There's a bit of a mistake there for the other Ryan as well. The conditions, of course, they might look like they're getting worse. In fact, we believe that's only because it's getting darker on the circuit. So don't worry, we aren't about to have the heavens open. The Ramsam missing turn 1. But, hey, what, Jess? This is So entertainingly surprising and very concerning conditions I've seen here in Abu Dhabi. I mean, it has rained in real life in Abu Dhabi. It was 2019. It had a bit of spitzer rain, but it wasn't heavy enough.
But it was enough for inters. It was enough for inters, though. But it's only 1%. I think we've seen it happen once. I think in one league race, someone screenshotted and it was in another league. But I think that was 2020 or something like that. But this is just crazy. But I have to say, apart from chill, everyone is keeping it relatively stable as well. A lot of people will be on dry setups because they don't check the weather in Abu Dhabi because they think it's going to rain. Right, if you're in Division 2 and Division 4, by the way, make sure you check the weather for tonight's race, because you may think, oh, it's not going to rain. Well, this is proof that it is, as D-Morts is going side by side with Chris. Oh, he went a bit squirmy.
Oh, that's a car off. That's a Mercedes. That's Ryan off as well. He's dropped it. It is the McLaren. Not going to go up the inside there. Watch out for the Red Bull, but the Haas goes too deep. Here comes Cam just going around the outside of him. That's not going to work. They squiggle, they twitch, these conditions here. There's absolutely no grip out there, and why should there be any grip around this circuit? I tell you what, Matty and Ivor have checked out up front, as well as YHY, who's had a terrible season so far, has not had the best of luck. And here comes Chris, alongside with Mort. Cam trying to get past as well. Then we've got RB Melty up in 8th position Then we've got Harry Goes, MC on, Ramtown, Wowster, Ryan B in the pit then. So there's a second car with trouble this afternoon. His teammate, though, doing the job up front. That 3 of 10, 7 laps to go. And, well, we weren't expecting this one, but I tell you what, though, it's turning into a little bit of an enthralling action here, as all the drivers just kind of learning the circuit, because remember, no one drives in the wet conditions around here. I have a wet setup around here, because of course I do.
I don't have a wet setup. Meanwhile, Melty's doing quite well, trying to go up the inside of the Williams of Ryan Belshaw. Keeps it clean, maybe. Gets the job done very nicely. Oh, bit of contact. Melty goes off. No damage, though, for Melty. Keeps the car stable. Harry S right behind as well. That was very close. No damage, it looks like, as well. But looks like Melty's in a Williams sandwich at the moment as they head towards turn number 9. And Melty keeps it clean, almost.
Oh, but he's dropped it. Never mind, he's fine.
He's fine, he's all good. He's all good.
Melty, don't spin. Come on, you got this. Up the inside, he's got the move. There we go, Melty. Oh, never mind this contact. Well, he's fine. He is fine. He hasn't spun. There we go. This is the Melty I like to see. Getting the elbows out, going on a battle, hasn't made a mistake. Well, he's made a couple of mistakes. He's got a bit of contact with RB, but he's doing a bit better. Matty, meanwhile, fastest lap of this race. I'll tell you what, this weather is getting heavier and heavier. It is definitely the spray getting worse as Melty just a tank slapper there. But it is very tricky as Cam's stuck behind Mort. Up front though, Matty is just driving his own race. Chris is making a bit of a mistake there, but I tell you, this is kind of helping Chris because he hasn't got any threat for the title. He has won it, so he can afford to lift off there as there's Mort. How has he kept that on the island? I tell you what, these conditions are deteriorating by the second here in Abu Dhabi, and I won't be surprised to see we might get a safety car potentially. These conditions just look, I don't know if it's just been the light getting darker, Jess, but it's certainly looking a bit more treacherous as Ryan B gets a penalty.
Yes, I think the more people get penalties, I think, in this race, not gonna lie, but I have had word from the drivers, by the way, we're not gonna get rain in the 50%. We are going to have dry, so I think that's going to be relief for both commentators and drivers, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of accidents.
Spices the grid up, Jess, doesn't it? What this does is going to really spice the grid up for the actual race, because there's people who are going to be better in the wets than the dry here. As you can see, Matty is proving that one, because he's really waltzed off. I don't think Ivo's got anything to battle that one. He's kind of just trying to race his own race. P3 is where he's going to be targeting it for this afternoon, because Chris is nowhere. Mort stuck behind Cam. That big tank slapper there. How's he kept that on the island? Another one there. Making a second. Here comes RB coming up behind as well as Melty. So it just shows, Jess, these conditions, they are not easy. These drivers do not know this circuit in the wet. And I'm not surprised they don't know this circuit in the wet. They will practice in the dry as Melty does some drifting through the last corner. But I tell you what, this is fun. Can we have this all? Can we have this every race?
But please don't have it in our race later. I just don't. I don't want it in our sprint race. If it happens in our sprint race, I'm gonna cry. But lap 5 of 10 and 24% battery mainly for some of the drivers. Chris is using his ERS not much, but you don't use that much ERS in the wet, not gonna lie. So Chris has been in a Chris train for a long time at the moment, and he's got another train right in front of him, which is 6 seconds down the road on YHYY and Ivo. Matty's just checked up front like a madman, but we've got Mort again trying to fight back as well. This chicane is very hard in the wet. Let's just say that everyone's struggling. Not that many people has done that corner right today, because how would you do that corner right in the wet? As YHYY trying to get the move done into turn 10. He's purple sector 2, fastest out of any driver for the whole race so far. Couldn't quite get past Ivo though. We'll see if anyone else is going to be closer on track for battles. We've got Harry F on Melty. Those battles between the Williams and the Alpine looking very tasty, as well as Ghost as well. Not that far behind. Not many people do score points in the sprint race, remember. I'm trying to remember how many places they score. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top 10. Points for top 10, but 10 down to 1. So there we go. So if you're 11th or 12th in this race, you're not going to score any points. As Melty's had a bit of a tank slapper there. So Harry F, could he have a chance to get the move in towards T1? No, we can't. Remember, you don't have to pit in sprint races. You can stay out if you wanted to. So there we go, but that's just an interesting fight. They're still keeping it on the island. Chris has lost a bit of time to YHYY again. I have to say, YHYY is doing a brilliant job on these wet conditions. He's pulling away from Chris.
There he is. He's definitely got the bit between his teeth as he's forcing Ivo to cover the inside ever so slightly there. So not going to got the inside through there, but you might pressurise him down into the long left hand up. And let's see, good exit through here. A bit of ERS, a bit of slipstream. They're going to push, but let's see. It'd be brave to go around the... I think he's close enough to take a lunge right now, but he's certainly pulling in. He might have an opportunity to go around the outside. He thinks about it. A little bit of hesitance right there, wondering what to do. But let's see. And he wants around the outside. Certainly can't, but Mort has got past Chris. Chris is there. Trying to got the inside again, and Chris gets the job back done. So these two battling together. They have touched as well. Meanwhile, YHYY as now behind, still behind Ivo, as here is Mort's trying to go one way, then the other, and still can't get the job done. RB ahead of Melty, who's dropped back a little bit now. He's got Harry and then Ghost behind, so RB's dispatched that one. As Cam sliding around in that Red Bull, which looks absolutely beautiful under the lights here in almost said Singapore, in Abu Dhabi. I'm so used to seeing wet races at places like Singapore. I haven't seen a race at Bahrain in the wet yet, so I mean, not a bucket list, but
it's never happened It's never happened in Bahrain. I think 2019 it started to increase the wet chance in Singapore though, because I've seen more wet races in Singapore.
Oh, well, you see wet races all the time. We saw one in real life, remember, Jess?
Yes, we did. Jeddah, it only happens once in a blue moon. It only happens, I think, more of a chance in Jeddah than Abu Dhabi, but most races I've done around Jeddah, it was dry. So, but you won't be surprised to see a wet Jeddah than a wet Abu Dhabi, to be honest. Meanwhile, there's more battles happening before you there. By the way, we're only on lap 7, by the way. This race has gone very, very quickly so far. I was surprised Chill's crash did not cause a safety car.
Yeah, it's far enough off circuit where it's not. Meanwhile, YHYY still too far back to really make an opportunity to London. I think he knows that right now. Trying to take different lines, a wet line, a bit of a karting line, higher line, of course. Wet conditions at the bottom of the circuit. Like I say, that makes a mistake and loses the rear end. Chris still battling away with Mort, who's bringing... Oh, never mind, Mort's... No, he's fine. He almost dropped it. I tell you what, Melty's still doing good. He's still in 8th. He's got points on offer. So, you know, it's looking better for Melty. He hasn't been here the last few races. Every time he is here, he's been put in a wall or I've said something, he's dropped it. However, he is currently in 8th. So, it is not doing... Don't go off the road when I say that, Melty. You're fine.
Melty, don't you dare!
But it's fine. I mean, you know, he's in the points. I mean, we'll keep going. And he's not too far away from these Gagala cars. If these guys keep battling, which you've seen them do quite often, they will hold each other up. You've got YHYY still stuck behind over. And you kind of start to think at this stage of the race, do I want to just sit here and wait for the time being? Is there any point of trying to make a lunge when I'm not being overtaken? And let's be fair. YH cannot be caught by Chris unless something spectacular happens. Chris is now broken away a little bit from Mort, but let's see what they can do. Cam just sitting there in 6th. and doing what he needs to do as well. But it's going to be quite fun to see what these guys can do. Now in the dry comparison, as here comes Harry, too far back again to try and make a move on Melty, but just sit there right now and you just ponder as the sky darkens over the race here in Abu Dhabi. I keep thinking it's going to be, I keep saying it's Singapore because I'm so used to it. But
I don't blame you, to be honest, not gonna lie.
Tell you what, it is a very beautiful place in the wet. I will not deny that.
It's very nice. I would like to actually try a race in the wet.
Well, can bribe the officials.
We can bribe the D4 host to make it ready for the sprint race. Wink, wink.
Yeah, we could do. His Ghost, is he going to think about a lunge up the inside? He guess not, and he decides again against that one. Cam on the back of Mods as well as Cam again sliding. It's oh, get the tank slapper out there as it's all very easy to make a mistake through there, and it takes us one little bit too much of a twitch, you're straight into the wall, and then you're in big trouble. But up front, 7/10 the gap, lap 9 of 10. Matty, like we said, checked out earlier on. Hasn't looked back since, doesn't really need to bother too much. He can afford to lose a second or two a lap, and he'll cruise home to a victory in the sprint. 10 points to his standings as well, and look further down the field and go, who is doing what? Well, remember as well, this isn't just for glory, this is for the starting grid of the actual race as well. So wherever you finish is where you're starting.
He's checking out
10 minutes.
He's checking out, isn't he? 4.3 seconds, and everyone else is battling behind him. So that's always good news for Matty. He's just having the race of his dreams. I wonder if he was practicing for the wet just in case, and if he did, then that's probably worked out well in his favour at the moment, as YY not close enough on this lap to make the attack on Ivo, but I have to say, keeping it relatively steady. I think because it's the wet conditions, they didn't want to be pushing too much, because they want to finish this race and all to stand a good chance of doing well in the feature race as well. Coming up as we're on lap 9 of Melty, that was close. Don't you dare spin. Melty, keep on the road.
He nearly got Harry up the rear end. It was more Harry almost ran into the back of Melty, because Melty rather squirming around there. As let's see, can't go around the outside there. Not going to think about a switcheroo for here either. It will not work. Melty keep it on the early just about. He goes wide there again, but I think he gets away with it because he can't get a penalty through there very easily. But into the last two corners. Harry again, he's attacking. Lap 10 of the 10 as we are on the last lap. Here comes Harry then on the outside line, down towards turn 1. Melty on the inside line. Let's see. Melty should have the line then through in towards turn 1, as long as it doesn't go too deep and make a mistake, but he gets the job done. In fact, if anything, that was Harry making a mistake, and here is Ghost to try and pick up the pieces between them. And can't quite do that either, but up front, and it's still 4 seconds then. That's Harry, not going to make a move down here. Are we going to see a lunge from Ghost? No, yet again, we're not thinking of lunges. Right, now, no Max Verstappen in there to say on the exit. Harry gets awfully close to the back of Melty. Melty's going to have to cover this down the straight, and this for P8, 9, and 10. We'll go back up to the top order in just a few seconds' time as we look to see. Here's Harry going to think about a manoeuvre down here. No, can't quite do it there. Up front, though, we still have a battle going on. YH and Ivo haven't given this one up so far. Ivo trying to hold that position. YH trying to burn as much air as he can. Gets a good exit through here out of the long left-hander. Now let's see. He'll have to try and go up the inside if he can. Can't quite do it, yeah, but has Ivo gone too deep? He has. Scamber on the circular, keep it on the island. Up front, though, the race leader comes through the last two corners, and what has been a very surprising, eventful race for all the correct reasons. Across the line, that rounds up the session. Melty crosses the line, Matty crosses the line in first, Ivo in second, YH in third. Chris will get fourth from Mort, and then Cam. So those are those three positions. What about this gaggle right then? Is Melty gonna hold on to that position then for the 8th position? Yes, he will then. So across the line he comes, and that is going to be 8th for Melty, 9th for Harry. Ghost in 10th, MCR from Walter, and then it will be Ryan and then Naram Sam down the back with Chill, who started up first and will qualify last.
First to last challenge in the sprint race, my friends. That's how you do it, Chill. I think he wants driver of the day as well, potentially. It's not as raining much as it was before. So, but no safety cars, no pit stops. But at least one advantage, they have a spare set of mediums for the race. So that is always a bonus, and they have some set of softs left for the race as well. So that is always good news. So the game did well in that aspect. But Matty will be starting on pole. Will he convert it to a win? Well, the championship permutation for second are looking kind of interesting as well, because I believe, I'm trying to remember, I know it's Cam in this, but it's between himself and Matty. So Matty's got maximum points. So as long as Matty scores 27 points or more, and Cam does not score, Matty will finish second. But basically, Cam needs to score 11 points or more to take second in the championship. So, but there is your order for the sprint. So, Matty, Ivo, YHYY, Chris, Morts, Cam, Ryan Belshaw, Melty, Harry F and Ghost. They will get your points from 10th down to 1, and they'll be starting in the top 10. MCR will be 11th, Belter 12th, Ryan B will be 13th, Rantel will be 14th, and Chill will be 15th.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, but see what the race can do. Dry conditions expected. Although who knows anymore, but we do believe it is as well. But top 10, remember, score the points. Top 12, of course, in the feature score points, as per usual of LOE points as well. But remember, you got to get through the 29-ish laps of Abu Dhabi. Of course, don't forget the circuit will only be getting darker and darker. But dry conditions will be expected, and there it is. Nice dry conditions. So they've had their fun in the wet. Now it's time for the big boys to go and see what they can do in the dry. It's like a mixed bag. It's like the Abu Dhabi test, where they sometimes drought the circuit in rain just for the fun of the drivers. But here we go then. 20 seconds, and you'll be on straight on the formation lap as well.
Yes, formation lap is on for the final time, Liam, this season. It's just gone crazily quickly. The final race of League of Europe for this season and this year as well. No more League of Europe races until 2023. That's the first time I said 2023 in a long time.
It is. But here we go then. On the grid, Aston versus Mercedes. Formation lap on, and we are underway yet again. And good news, by the way, for everyone wanting to wonder, because remember, this game used to have a glitch. Is the formation lap still broken? The answer is not as much as it used to be. Sometimes the host does get more tyre temperatures. However, it doesn't really affect it too much anymore.
It's not much of an advantage. It's still an advantage, but not a huge advantage.
Yes. It's only an advantage if it's in the wet conditions. Slightly, you'll get a better start, but that's really matter all the time, depending on the driver and depending on everything. So it's a difference, but it's rather negligible difference. Matty up front, and what's the tyres on for the last time this season? What have we all got for the drivers? No, what, Jess? No, I'm gonna let you do what I normally do.
Oh God, I'm not gonna say it your way because I'm gonna get absolutely roasted.
Legally, you must do it.
No, okay. So we got the top two, Matty and Ivo, on hards. We got YHYY on mediums. We got Chris and Mort and Cam on hards. Ryan Belshaw, Melty and Harry F on mediums. Ghost on hards. MCR on mediums. Valter on hards. Ryan B on mediums, as well as Narantam and Chill down the back. Who is struggling quite a bit on the hard tyres. And no, I didn't want to say it like Liam says, because Liam would clip it. So, I didn't say it like you said it. There you go. No,
well, I still have your clip of the other thing.
Yeah. I know that was Jeddah, wasn't it? Yeah, we haven't forgotten about that. But
still 1-0. But see you though. Like I said, Matty and I have got those hards on. As we say, and it's a mixed bag. We've got a load of hards on, we've got a few medium runners, and no one's gone soft this afternoon, which is probably for the good thing, because this circuit is very abrasive, and you don't want your rubber blowing.
No.
Ivo.
Ivo's gone very aggressive.
That's the wrong way, Ivo. You're not meant to be looking at that. I wonder if you've turned the car around, if the game will register it. Might have to try that. So I'm not going to do that later.
I'm not doing that today. No.
And a very acute angle for Ivan, going for Gluns and Glory. Then off the start, which one is he going to be trying to evict them from the position? Here we go. Then last time, 5 red Lights. Look, but never stare, because here in Abu Dhabi we are underway, and has Ivo got a good start? The answer is he hasn't got a bad start from that angle as well. As you head down towards someone, is everyone to get it through turn 1 correctly then? RB, they're getting a good start. There's a pile up in the back. Who's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 cars going round. Have they all managed to get back through in the straight again? I think they did get back around there, but one car definitely pointing the wrong direction. There's Melty off the road. Who's that with? Melty and Chill off. And, well, I thought there was going to be contact. That was close. And, well, there is contact. Wowster involved with an incident as well. No safety cars because everyone's got themselves going. But definite contact of the start of this race. But Matty doing the start he leads. Then here comes Ivo then. Trying to go around the outside. They break him. That's not going to work. He'll have to bail out of it. He managed to get on the island. Doesn't he get the car stopped? No, he doesn't. Goes too deep. Here comes 1. Here comes 2. What about the rest of the field? They're a bit too far back. But Ivo from hero to absolute zero in the space of a few hundred yards. But here comes YH trying to go around the outside. Long way around the right-hander. Letty surely not going to go around the outside there. He's still there on the curb all the way around the outside. Still side by side. They touch tyres then through the right-hander, but into the lead then of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix of YH with his barnstorming manoeuvre there. Right around the outside. Ivo thought about he would be up front. Now he's in 4th. What a dramatic start here for the finale.
Well, YHYY has had the pace in the sprint race, and it's definitely showing here as well. That move was absolutely incredible. There was a lot of people trying to go side by side in turn 9. That was very brave, but meanwhile, I don't think anyone's going to go into the pits. No, not even Melty and Chill are going to go into the pits. They're staying out, so I don't think the damage was too compromising for their race so far. But we'll see if the slipstream would have any effect on Matty. I'd say Ryan Belshaw has had a superb start, not going to lie. He's up 4 places, same with MCR as well. Ryan B up 3 places as well. So those were the 3 drivers that have made the most this afternoon. Chris, on the other hand, has dropped 2 places as well as Cam, and Ghost has dropped down 3. So I wonder if they got caught up in the pile. Obviously, biggest loser had to be Melty, who dropped down 7 positions in this race. And this DRS train will start to form very soon. It's got quieter at the moment, but it's going to hot up as the race goes on.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be quite close to see. There's a bit of a tank slap left from Ivo there, struggling with the rear end through the long left-hander. Cam under pressure from Harry. Cam's had this kind of weird situation where he's either really quick or he's having a lot of struggles this season. He's been up and down the order. I mean, he's won 3 races. Who's that up the road? That is contact. Matty, Ivo. My goodness, that safety car deployed straight away, and everyone's going to be diving in the pit then. Who's diving in? We've got Harry in the pit then. Is the field going to be caught behind the safety? They'll get away with it again, so that's fortunate. But Matty off the road. And
so the second race in a row where the guy who started first is retired.
Well, that's
a curse.
Story to tell the kids, isn't it? First to last and first to last. There is in comes the Alpine, in comes the AlphaTauri, front wing chains for the pair of them, I believe, and out they go yet again as everyone gets out of the pit lane exit. I haven't seen anyone crash into the pit lane exit. I'm surprised no one's crashed into there.
I almost did.
I think the game doesn't let you control it for that. Oh! Melty's hit the pit wall as soon as I said it. Well, my goodness, I think he's got away with it, but he dropped the rear.
I missed
hit
that.
The wall. Straight. Well, never mind. That's I'll take it back, Melty. I'll take it back.
Oh, Melty.
It's of course it's got to be Melty who hits the wall. I don't think if he's got damage, it's very light damage. Man, he definitely clouded it. So let's see if he comes back in. It'll definitely confirm he has damage. But
I don't think he has obvious damage.
It was a glancing blow. I mean, he just dropped the rear end and tapped the wall. But again, he gets away with it. I swear, Melty just knows when to drop it. He's got like.
Melty knows when we're commentating on him. That's why.
Yeah, Melty will do a little jiggle down the straight now.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Spin. Yeah, he'll do the jiggle, jiggle, because his money doesn't flow, whatever the line is. But meanwhile, Melty, he's currently in 14, 15 drivers in this race, like one of them not in the race anymore, because he's in the wall. Of course, out of the last corner, contact, we believe it was with,
I don't know, he might have lost it by himself.
There was so many contact with someone else. I think it might have been Harry.
But it's so easy to lose it through that part of the circuit. I've seen many people do that quite a few times.
In the pits, that's to serve the 5-second time penalty he's got.
Don't blame him.
Melty. Gonna come in the pit then. It'll indicate if he didn't get damage. He has got damage. So,
I don't hit the. Oh God!
He's pushing it in into he comes.
Melty, you don't do that! Oh my God,
Now,
you gave me a heart attack. Now, is he going to take the pit exit correctly?
Well, that's the thing he's got to do. Is out comes Ryan, in comes Melty.
Yes, Melty got damage.
Yeah, so he did get damage then from that contact, but now he comes
Right,
again.
come on,
for
come on,
second time
Melty.
of asking, Melty, what we're gonna do is not hit the pit wall. So you take the left hand nice and gently.
That's
through
it.
Here. There we go. And this is the bit where he dropped it. And too much
Is he all
power, he
good?
dropped it.
Yeah,
It's fine
he
this time
managed
around.
it. He's all good. He's all good.
Poor Melty, we're bullying him, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We should.
We love Melty.
Yeah, Melty's nice.
We're gonna get told off by J. Cole in a minute. He's gonna attack us.
He's racy, so it's all good.
Larkin and J. Cole are gonna beat us up later on if we're not careful. Up front, alright, so White safety car not gonna be in for another lap or two because we have our undue safety car conditions here in Abu Dhabi. And well, I mean, whilst we're here and looking at it, nighttime conditions start to fight. I tell you, there is no better circuit on this game than Abu Dhabi when the sun sets. It's not as good as it used to be, I will admit. Back when it was the likes of 2013, 14, when you had the sun really glare out some of the corners. I want that sun back, where it's really bright in the sky and it's a bit more picturesque. It does not really much.
I like
does look
it.
Pretty.
I like racing in Abu Dhabi, not gonna lie.
Haven't finished a race in Abu Dhabi ever because I've never raced in Abu Dhabi full in a league race. I've raced in Singapore, obviously, everyone has. In comes Ryan. Now, what he's doing now, this is another stop, going on a set hard to the end of this race. So don't be alarmed. Why is he pitted randomly? This is just a to get back on the tyres he was on originally. Those hard combat tyres that have only done one lap. So we'll rejoin last. Safety car should be in list up. I think regardless, I think these two should catch up nonetheless anyway, unless they do something naughty like spin it or decide they want an extra lap for good measure as well. As out comes Ryan out of the pit then. But up front, YH hasn't had the best season, Jess, has he, so far? But up front so far today.
He had a good race last week, remember, in Brazil. He had good pace, so maybe he's just getting used to the game a bit more as well. And I believe we will have a season, another season on the F122 game with League of Europe, so that's going to be exciting as well. See what that it has in store. But we've had many great races in League of Europe, and I only missed one race. I think it was Australia I missed. I was gutted I missed Australia because it would have been quite good. But all the other...
I remember that.
Yeah.
I cursed someone in the comment section.
You cursed someone in the comment section and you weren't even commentating.
I know, it was beautiful. Because I was quite ill still with COVID, but...
Yes, but luckily you don't have any more. Safety car in this lap, yes. So YHYY is going to hopefully do the restart of his life, fingers crossed.
Yeah, needs to make sure, remember, this is something I've noticed a few drivers up. They slow the field too dramatically up, and it really can cause a constant effect. Let's see if do it so far. So he's sticking at 60. Now he's got to stay at 60. Can't slow down, of course. He has to stick at the speed he is going, and which he is, and he's off. So good start there from YHYY. Gets a bit deeper in the last corner, but here we go then. Lap 5 on to lap 6 then, and we're all going to get ourselves through the last corner correctly, which is always the first target of the drivers, and they all do, which is good to see. But up front, let's see. Albie gets a good exit here. Now, you got to wonder, of course. Now, we are not in Max Verstappen land, as talking of incidents, there is a car off at turn number 1. Let's see. Albie, are you thinking about a lunge up the inside from this far back? No. Don't think that's on the cards for anyone. I don't think anyone's making a lunge up the inside from this far back. No, they're not. They're all going to just stick put for the time being, apart from Ryan, who almost decided to take Melty's rear tyre to Narnia. They get through there, but goes down the back again. McLaren, of course, might have won the championship constructors-wise. Quite sure who is won the constructors if it's been decided yet, but haven't fully looked at that. I know the drivers. Here's Chill. rubbing wheels then, and that is with Naram Sam out of the chicane. He gets the job done right there. Naram Sam up into Temp Chill down to Len, but with the help of Samir Rest, in which we're going to go to the outside line then. Into the long left hand, and mediums versus hards, and you'd imagine waltzing around the outside should be an easy manoeuvre. And Naram Sam rather decided didn't want to battle that one and just broke out of it because if you find another day, and that's what you got to do in some of these situations. Don't know where to pick your battles. But I tell you what, where to pick the battle so far, it's nearly a second for YHYY. He is starting to pull away a little bit from Ryan Belshot. And then comes Mort, and then comes Chris, and MCR is bust that unsurprisingly to YH as well. He is the first car to cross the line of these Gaggle cars. Who's that off the road? Is that? Please don't tell me that's Chill, who I mentioned as Ace Chill. We'll mention this second. Well, I mean, Chill. I mean, he's not. Chill and Melty don't like me very much, I swear. Every time I speak good of them, they're in a wall. I mean, they weren't together in a wall with that one. They were together in a wall. So I suppose they live together and die together. And still could be worse. Naram Sam battling with Melty, talking of Melty. There is Melty, and there is Naram Sam, and there is Melty. Let's see, you're going to get back past them with some DRS from selection. Which way are you going to go? You have to go the outside line. You're not going to up the inside, so outside line, you're going to have to break really late here, and you're going to have to try and wing it down the outside. And Ramsam's gone too deep, though, so you have to kind of back out of that one, and he gets the job done, actually, as Ramsam drops to rear end, and here comes Ryan B to get the other position as well, and Ramsam now dropped 2 positions, the space for 100 yards. Here comes Harry on Mr. Walter, who, of course, is replacing Matt Tibos this afternoon, who is not here, unfortunately, but Harry can't go waltzing around the outside either. 1.3 seconds, RB is now behind YHYY, so this is looking reasonably happy right now if you're the Alfa Romeo driver, the only Alfa currently with us, and I do hope you are all joining us as well. Don't forget, we do have D1 on live right now. Did I mention Melty earlier, a minute ago? He's now got a penalty, the first one he picked up a penalty. Though to be fair, still in the race, DRS now enabled. But don't forget, D1 going on at the same time right now, don't forget to go and check into that one. You have D2 and 4 later on at 10 past 8. So I think you got that right way
Yes,
around.
you have.
Look at, see, I know.
You know your divisions, Liam. Well, you got to know Division 4 because we're racing in it. So I would have been worried. I would have been worried if you didn't know. I would have been worried if you didn't know our division type.
Yeah, well, yeah, just try. I just follow you to it. But Mort up front is closing up to RB as well within DRS range. The gap all remaining relatively stable so far. 4 tenths further back. Crest sitting in a bit of a DRS trend. Then we've got MCR and Cam, but I tell you what, this has cemented Cam's second place in the championship, so it doesn't matter where he finishes right now, he will be second, as he's got the fastest second sector. Ivo battling with Mr. Rouster again, but Ivo, who had that brilliant race in the wet earlier on, still don't have the pace so far in the dry conditions, and that is what the kind of sprint does. It spiced the field up, and it definitely worked quite well, because we have had a bit of a different race. It is kind of starting to even out who is where and where is who. But you'd imagine Chris trying to get past Morts, and then you can get on the back of RB and surely go and try and chase after the race leader. He's now got a 2-second lead. He is really doing the business right now, isn't he? And like Matty in the sprint, now a good lap for him. Chill fast lap of this race as well. 27.6 as
oh no,
Melty! No, Melty, why? Why does it have to be you? Why is it always you that dies?
No,
Ivo, hello. What have you done? Oh, Ivo's off.
Ivo's pointing the wrong way, Ivo. Go the other way. There you go.
There we go. He hasn't got any damage.
So how's he got to get away with that?
So he's hit the wall backwards. He might have side pod damage, but Melty's dead. Good to know. I mean,
no safety car, surprisingly.
No safety car, but the poor man who I always say is doing well is dead again. Meanwhile, here is Cam, MCR, battling with Chris. Got another couple of gaggle of cars. Not making moves right now, I'm sensing. We did a lunge up the inside. Cam! No, we're not. Fine, it's good. I thought for a second Cam was diving it. You know, I'd get very scared when people try and make dives up the inside. But you go around the outside, and it's pretty fun, because the outside line is the better line into that corner. Because, of course, it's like Cam, but you take more speed the higher line. That is, well, normally. I don't know if it works on this game, because it is Codemasters, and We know Codemasters do some lovely things, but he's chills in the race, Jess.
Oh, no, Liam, you said it now. You said it now. Chilled in 11th, though, still on the points.
Oh, Ivo, whoa. Has he kept that? He's got, yeah, that's floor damage.
Yeah, that
Wow.
I could see his floor damage from here.
How did he avoid that? Fair, take a bow. Ivo was inches away from,
Getting out of the race.
well, I think he's going to retire the car with the pit lane, Jess. There is no doubt about it. And there's a second attempt. There's a bit of front wing. You know what? I'm not surprised.
Do
I think that
donuts.
if I'm you. Yeah, no, don't do donut. Come in the pit lane and retire the car because you're not finished.
I'm only joking.
And Ivo will come in and I think probably will retire the car. I'm 99% certain at that point. Might as well retire. You got too much damage and he comes and I'm going to see, is he going to retire the car or is he going to stay on?
Oh, boo.
I mean, you know what? When you get damaged, yes, like that, I mean, you kind of got no choice but to retire the car because it kind of becomes a danger. But some people try and risk it, and normally it ends up in either a major death, or B, some sadness. Chill, meanwhile, talking of things, he's up a position now into 10th position, so into the top 10. Remember, lap 24, you score points as there is Ram Sam, who's off the circuit, so top 11.
Safety car.
Safety car is now deployed, and are we going to see anyone try and stout to overcut the safety car, which you might do? Now,
You were wrong with the amount of laps it needs for a safety car, for points.
Is he going to be fine? Chris is just going to get away with this. He does.
He does get away with it. Lap 27, they will score points if it was, if they retire after that point.
Wasn't far off.
Yeah, you weren't far off. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But pretty much only so Chris and Ryan B will be pitting. I'm almost certain. Right, wise in says Ryan Belshaw. I got confused for a minute now. I thought it was a different person, but it's not.
No.
But there we go. That's gonna be entertaining. Let me get the tyre choices. So, Morts on mediums, as well as Cam, Bouter and Ghost. Now that is a risk that I don't usually take, but fair play to him.
50 naps on the Aspen Flood, 50 naps on the mediums, because when the safety car comes in, that's kind of within your delta range of going straight to the end, so why not? If you get another safety car later on, you can go on for another set of tyres, and Chris, he's going to come into the pit lane past all of the lovely yachts. I tell you what, it's very beautiful watching everything here in Abu Dhabi, all the yachts, the beautiful, I would say majestic, it's very majestic, the hotel grandstand fin, which sits above the circuit, and it's just one of those reasons why Abu Dhabi is such a nice place. As Chris warms the tyres up ever so slightly, he'll come into the pit lane, some slightly fresher tyres. No, he's staying out. Okay.
Oh no, he's not going in. Oh god.
So here is Ryan, so they're just going to go see what they can do to the end of the race. Now I'm looking, has Chris stopped? Yeah, Chris, I think Chris has.
No, he hasn't. He's the only one that has not stopped.
So he's going to gamble then on another safety car, see how far he can go and go on a set of soft compound tyres there.
Don't forget Ryan B pitted early because he had damage.
Yes. Down to 11 runners, so there we go. If you lap 27 and you finish, you will score points regardless, as well. So as long as you finish, that's you'll be happy. So finish is what I'm saying, and don't retire. Even if you've damaged, you might as well just carry on. Unless, of course, you have so much damage it is impossible to race, in which case...
as in race safely. So if you can't drive safely with the amount of damage you got, then there's no point. But if you can, then still race. What? So I thought that it was a safety car glitch, but it was just the way it was positioned. But there we go. It's a Mercedes safety car, by the way, not the typical Aston Martin safety car we're used to seeing. So that's nice. By the way, I'm going to start a little bit of a debate here. Which safety car do you prefer in the game? Do you prefer the red Mercedes or the green Aston Martin?
No, it's faster and it looks better to me. I like the Aston Martin, but
I like the green Aston Martin, so Yeah, we both like different things. So let us know in chat, guys, what do you prefer safety car-wise as well? I kind of like the black Merc as well, but it's not...
The road version of it.
Yeah, it's not used in races, but it's used in like time trial and stuff.
Yeah, because you can't use in a race, which is annoying. Because I'd love to do races with the.
I would like to do races with the supercars. Maybe something for next game.
Yeah, Winky Wink Codemasters get it introduced. So it'd be that difficult to put it in the game.
Because supercars are already in the game. They just need to make a race for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, get on with it, Codemasters. Stop being lazy. And also fix the online. We've got too many desyncs and a lot of other issues. I'm sure I can at you, George Morgan, if you want to talk to him with desyncs and things. But you know, we love George. He's a beautiful person. Love to get him in LOE one day. I mean, that'd be fun to see. Of course, up in Real Comms currently, he's doing GT World Open, I believe it is, and
he's commentating on F1 esports in just under 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, he is. So man's
for the whole event. For the whole event. So there we go.
Retired from comms, from esports comms, and well, here he is. He's back again. He's like Fernando Alonso. You just can't get rid of him. And Fernando Alonso's a goat, and Joe's
yeah, both of them are goats. Yeah, so they can't even though that they retire, they love it. So yes.
Yeah, when you love something so much, you'll never give it up. Especially when you start it.
Exactly. Yeah. So safety car should be in this lap, I believe, Liam.
Yep, should be. Should get the indicator probably out of this corner. Well, there.
That was good timing.
I mentioned the safety car. I was like, it's going to come out of the next corner. No, it's coming out there. It's a little slow up and a bit of a slow up from Chris. And Chris has been one of the drivers who's been so fun. He's going to be on those older mediums, so he's going to be kind of out of sync of everyone else. Yeah, older hard tires. He's going to be out of sync, but he's going to, as far as he can go, and then just go on his safe stuff. He's having to lose, so why not have some fun? Eh? Go pedal to the metal, all the way to the wall, and see what he can do. But here we go then into the last two corners, apart from the last two, which is after this two right here, and he'll be going in just a few moments' time. And let's see. I'm going to say probably just under this side, he'll bolt it. And right now. Now. There we go. Left it a bit late. I thought he was going to go a bit earlier there. He kind of just left it a bit there. It's kind of got a few people out behind though. Let's see. RB trying to go up the inside. A YH down towards turn one. This is for position as well. And YH's beautiful gap he had earlier on, which is nearly up to 4 seconds, is completely eradicated from that one as he goes a little bit wide. Now he's going to be under pressure from RB. Let's see. This for the net race lead then, really. Up the inside, here comes the Mercedes. Going to get the job done. McLaren's been spun around. Chris involved. Through goes RB up the inside. They're almost full pressed there. But the Williams gets a lot of them. Incredible manoeuvres there. What about Chrysler? He's still just kind of trying to come back. Whitehead's on the outside. He's going to have the Mercedes lunging up the inside. Chris goes off the road then. He can't make the corner. Chris goes completely off the road. Where is he? He's a different postcode right there. He goes from first all the way to plumb dead last. Nearly gets collected with his teammate as well. And what a terrible start for him. It's 3 wide in the middle. And Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo and an Alpine and a Red Bull going as well. This is absolute carnage here at the restart. But now RB leads this race from YH. Then comes Rhyme. Then comes Morts. Cam up into 5th. Router from MCR. Ghost. Chill. Chris now down in 10th. Then comes Harry down in 11th. But somehow they all avoided that one. And that was beautiful.
That was, I have to say, quite incredible racing. Not going to lie as well. But there were certain drivers that I felt like could have got better launches. But it gave us some great entertainment. By the way, Ivo's rear wing went. That's why he retired. Yeah, understandable. You can't drive with rear wings. I tried that in many races when I got rear wing damage, and I just didn't like it at all. So,
hurry up! That's another rear wing gone. Just talking of them, and there is.
Yeah, I can see that. Damage. A lot of damage to his rear wing there.
Completely gone. That's that over. That'll be a retirement, I'm afraid, for Harry. He did a good job of keeping it out of the wall on the left, but you can see it, and there's the damage, and there is the ball, and there's the front wing gone, and get the power back going down the right.
Yeah, that's
safety car.
Safety car.
And what's that gonna do to the race now? That's the third safety car this afternoon, and well, safety cars, as per usual, I mentioned, breed safety cars, and they're now down to 10 runners just because Harry might be able to continue.
I think Harry could continue. I think the safety car pretty much saved him for that, but he probably caused the safety car technically.
Yeah, it depends how much damage he's got. That rear wing he took a fair old whack out of turn 2. I mean, he lost to rear, and no saving that one when you go backwards into a wall. And
what would you do if you are not on mediums? Would you go on mediums if you have a fresh set?
Yeah, kind of. If you got another set of mediums, you might as well go and take the thing on it and go the next 14 laps. I won't be seeing anyone go on the set of soft tyres. And you imagine Chris will be diving in the pit then. The first opportunity, we're going to see anyone else try a different strategy. Not these guys. You can imagine Chris will come in the pit lane now because he's really in his own little world right now. And he comes, and this will be for a set of medium compound tyres, I'm presuming, unless he just wants to have some fun and go on the soft, which I'm going to presume he will not. So a set of medium tyres. So on they go. McLaren mechanics do the Houdini stuff because they glitched out on my end, and away he goes. Now down in 10th position. Of course, we did mention Harry. He is out of this set and retires the car with that rear wing damage. So starting 15 down to 10, and still got half the race to go, Jazz. This has been a long one.
It has been 3 safety cars already, but at least we've had some racing to contend with, which was nice. So, but the ones we're still in this race, fair play to them, and hopefully they'll bring a Abu Dhabi race to remember. I remember last season in Division 3, there was a 1-lap safety car shootout. It was a 1-lap sprint to the finish. It was quite fun. Didn't think that we would get that, but I enjoyed commentating on it. Hopefully we'll get something more spicy. Shame we don't have a title to decide because it's been decided already, but there we go. So Chris has gone on mediums, so we'll see him try to climb up the field. If he does climb up the field with his 7 mediums, then fair play to him. But I'm looking at the tyre derogation, the tyre delta, to see if there is much difference between the mediums and the hards. It's around about 6-7 tenths difference, so, and it obviously depends on your pace as well, but if they are similar pace, then the one on the medium should have better time, like Chris will, but it's gonna be tough to see if the ones who have been on mediums for 5 laps get to the end, but we will see. We'll have to wait and see. It can do,
6
yeah.
laps under the safety car, Jess, so these guys only really had 1, maybe 2 flying laps. So, should be able to go to the end pretty easily now. And we're, 14 and a bit laps, 15 to go as Chris gets the back. I thought safety car will be in at the end of this lap. So, I'm pretty certain it will be. And, yeah, I'll tell you what, been a beautiful season, up and downs, and a lot of drama, and I hope you have enjoyed joining me and Jess all the way through. And don't forget, if you are new to League of Europe, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well to keep up to date with all of the action. And don't forget as well, we are going to be doing next season in just over a month or 2 time. It'll be just after Christmas, I believe, but don't quote me on that one. I'm not quite sure, but of course all
none of us know.
Well, we don't know exactly. It will definitely be around after Christmas, I'd imagine. We'll have a bit of a gap. It might be just before that, so we shall see what they do. But then again, keep up to date with that, all on League of Europe's Twitter as well. And don't forget, you can join the Discord as well. It's somewhere. I know you can join it.
I don't know where it is, but you'll just find it somewhere.
You'll find it somewhere. As long as it's not like on the dark web.
I don't want it on the dark web, no.
Yeah, that would be questionable.
Yes.
Safety car in round
about 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Yeah, well, there we go. Try that. So that's what the safety car line is. Long way away from the start line, the safety car line
it kept lost. When I did a commentary on the race earlier, it came in before the penultimate corner. So sometimes it can come in later.
Depends when the AI catch up, well, the rest of the field catch up, really.
That is a good point, yeah.
Is towards the penultimate corners, so can't decide it. Here we go then, for the 4th time this afternoon. We'll be getting ready to go. We are at 19:32 local time in real life. Currently in game, we are just starting to peak the direct sunset around about, I'd say around about 8 p.m. in game time, if I'm knowing my.
I don't have a clue.
Definitely, we're getting that beautiful bit where the red sky is starting to come in. And away we go, and RB gets a good start then behind him. YH will follow, and then the rest of their field just gaggle up behind and see what they can do. Hopefully, no more retirements, please, for us, because we don't want to see less than 10, but more people retire, more points you will score if you finish this race. Says Mort on the back of Ryan B. Are we going to think about a move up the inside? No, yet again. Everyone just kind of keeping their own pace right now, not going to go for guns and glory and end up having contact, just race their own race. As Ghost on the exit of the hairpin might go and try and get past Mr. Walster. But again, Mr. Walster burns some ERS and everyone just about staying put, apart from Cam, who goes up the inside as, well, that was Mords going off for another driver. He's got caught out there, braking too late and rejoins right inside of Ghost. And well, that's going to allow MCR to get the pair of them, really, if he's not too careful. Doesn't quite get him. MCR doesn't get the exit. I thought he would have got up there despite that one, but, Mort's kind of getting himself caught up in the side of Ghost. Loses 1, loses 2, loses 3 positions then. So, from where he was in 4th all the way down to 8th, that's how easy it is to, make a mistake around here. As here he goes, Chris battling with Chill, and these two have had their fair share of battles as Chill decides to give Mort some more fun up the rear end. He's playing with it as well, as we are now setting the night up. I think as Chill got some front wing damage there from that whack, and he's got away with it. Man, it was a fair old bounce on the rear end of the diffuser there of Mort, but all ends well. RB up front, leads this race. White in second. Hasn't got the pace right now to match that leader, does he?
No, not at the moment, does it? Ryan Belshaw is absolutely loving life at the moment, but you never know. Right White could have some pace at the end, so watch out for him, because he may just be saving his tyre life ready for the end, because that's what some people do. As Chris, on the other hand, does get past Chill quite easily on those mediums, up to 9th place, but will he do the same on the guys in front, especially the ones who have been on the mediums longer than he does? So we will see.
Back at this, Jazz, up the inside, then see Chill late braking, and get the job done. We brave to go up the inside, the championship leader, and get away with it. Can't quite do it, and get an exit. Remember, Chill was the guy you got on pole, don't forget, so
yes,
he has some pace in this race. Let's see, exit, which we're going to go up the inside then into the long left-hander. Let's see, you've got the brakes up the inside. Is that McLaren going to be able to hold around the outside? They're going to get very close to touching. Still side by side on the exit. I think Chill's just about got it. So Chill holding the line there, doing what he needs to do. And really what Chris needs to get past is wait for the second bit of DRS and then you can do it. Tried to get it too early and it really didn't work for him. So he got caught out. So that's the thing around Abu Dhabi. You've got to make the move, and you've got to make sure you make it at the right opportunity. Do it too early, you'll be straight overtaken again. Do it too late, and we won't overtake at all. But do it just right, and you will be fine. I know, I'm a genius on overtaking. But here we go, Abu Dhabi. Now with night time starting to come in, as the floodlights come on, as Chill decides he doesn't want to do turn number 1, and needs to be careful, doesn't end up ploughing into the side of that McLaren. They get awfully close of touching, and Chill now behind Chris, but with the help of DRS, might be able to come straight back through and past him again. Bit of an exit load from Chill. Let's see then. Down the straight, and which way are you going to go if you're going to get an opportunity? Left or right? He's definitely closing. Up front as well, closing up a little bit, but not close enough right now. As Chill past Chris, and those two switch around again then, for another time then. And poor old Chris, he just wanted to go and waltz off and try and overtake the people. He's being held back. I tell you what, Cam's made a few manoeuvres in the last couple of laps, now up in 3rd. So, is there a chance for a victory later on in this race? We'll never know. He is... I did say he's had up and down form this season. Is it time for his up form right now? Definitely got the pace between... He got the bit between his teeth and pulling away then from Ryan B, Mr. Walster, and the rest of the field who kind of got themselves in a gaggle. Chris and Chill still stuck together, and Chill still leading that battle between these two. Further down the back as Cam decided to do some Tokyo drifting right there.
That would look like rallycross to me, Liam.
Well, I wouldn't say rallycross because we are in tarmac.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
No. Well, I guess you do have road rally stages, but not really. It's fun. I prefer the actual rally stages, you know, going.
Yeah, so do
get
I.
Dirt Rally 2.0.
Why is caught up to Ryan
hasn't he?
Belshaw, yeah. So we can see a battle for the lead here. Let's cover this as we're riding on board with YHYY. Down into the hairpin, now into the DRS straight. If I was him, I won't make the move yet because you want to have the DRS into the next corner or play it tactically. But YHYY is not going to do that. He's going to go for the move now. So he's going to go to the left-hand side. He looks to see if there was any space. There was space. YHYY takes the lead. But we'll see who has DRS. It is Ryan Belshaw.
Got a bad exit though, Jess.
He's got a bad exit, and I don't think he's going to get past. But Alta gets past Ryan B up to 4th. Ryan B, I think his tyres won't get to the end, so he will need to stop. But YHYY played that perfectly there because Ryan Belshaw had a bad exit.
Yeah, just got too much on the curb. Rear end just dropped it a little bit. But you say about Ryan B might not get to the end. He might do. 9 laps to go. Those tyres do last quite a while, so he'll be close. 8 laps, 9 laps, so he might get to the end. If we get another safety car, that would help him certainly, as long as he isn't the one to cause said safety car. But and again, we've seen a few incidents this afternoon, and a few people have dropped. It's very easy to get on the curbs and the car just to go, I'm not, you're kidding, I ain't doing that. As Chris, fast lap of this race, he's finally dispatched of Chill. It is Chill's dropped quite far back now on all those hard compound tyres. The next challenge for Chris will be the back of MCR. Then he can go and try and get Lee's gaggle of cars of Ghost and the other Ryan. As here comes Mort up the inside, down in to the left hand, up into the hairpin. Gets the job done. Does he have DRS as well? They both do. So all stays neutral.
Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it, at the moment? But, it's going to be 3 wide, Liam! Between D-Morts goes to Ryan B, heading towards the first chicane, as Morts really does well to defend that. Jesus Christ, we've got the Aston Martin. They touch a little bit. D-Morts is like, thank you very much. You guys keep squabbling up and pull away. Watch Chris as well. He's in the fight. He's going to get the move done on Ryan B. With ease at the moment, he could get past his teammate around the outside. He's going to go the long way around, it looks like. Or is he going to go to the left? This is superb racing. Ryan B's going to try and fight back on this. I'm almost certain of it. As we head towards the final sector. No, it doesn't look like it. But that could have ended in disaster. But thank goodness it didn't. Some clean racing from all of them, to be honest. As Ghost stayed in sit. But Mort's played that absolutely perfectly.
Chris gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limit. That's the first time I've seen a track limit warning through that left. That's through the left-hander into the last 2 right. So I haven't seen warnings through there for a long time. So he must have really gone wide then. So first penalty of this never mind. Second penalty of this afternoon. It had to happen immediately when I said that. McLaren deciding, you know what, whatever you can do, I can do better by teammates battling, and you'd imagine that Chris will get past his teammate pretty simply and pretty quickly as well, up into 6th position, and you'd imagine Ghost won't put too much of a fight up for his teammate and will just stick to the right hand side. Up the inside comes his teammate, and next target will be Mort, Wowster, Cam, and then he's up to the front. So I'll tell you what, it's not over right now for Chris potentially winning this, but he needs some luck to get it.
Yeah, but you never know. We could have some late safety cars that could spice things up a little bit. So you never know what could happen in Abu Dhabi. We've had 2 safety cars already, or 3. Was it 3?
I think so.
Yeah, we had about that anyway. So anything could happen. But plus Chris does have that time penalty anyway. But YHYY leads from Ryan B, 1.3 seconds, with Cam in 3rd. We got a nice gaggle of cars from 3rd down to 7th as well, which could have some entertaining. And it is dusk here in Abu Dhabi, which looks very nice in-game, by the way. And we get to pick our final driver of the day later on, which is quite sad. Well, it's a good thing we get to pick driver of the day, but it's sad it's going to be for the final time. I like the fact that they've introduced polls for driver of the day, but it's unfortunate that I never get nominated. I don't think I've never been nominated for driver of the day in my life in League of Europe, so Liam, you have that. Yellow flag, that is MCR. No, not MCR, it's Ryan B.
Oh,
Ryan B. I think he's lost his rear wing there.
He's had contact with someone.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's definitely debris down there. I'm not seeing any front debris unless it was a Bit of polystyrene he's taking out with him then. So he's having a contact. Aston Martin MCR. Yep, you are right. That's right. As Rouster and Mort do switch around, and here comes Mort. And here comes Rouster again. And Rouster going to go right around the outside, isn't he? Let's see, long way around the outside. The inside versus the outside. It's going to be brave. Let's see if he got the grip to go rousting round the outside. It's still there up the inside into the treble right. And Mort hasn't got a lot to battle with right now. Might just about hold the line. But up the inside goes one. And, well, up the inside goes Ghost as well. So one becomes two. That's Chris up the inside. So, oh, who's off? RB off. And 5 second collision with Cam. Cam's lost his front wing. Cam has lost his front wing, and this has allowed Chris, all of a sudden,
to be into third.
Wow, this has changed the complexion of this race, hasn't it?
I'm speechless there. Well, what happened?
Well, if it rains, it pours, so he must have dropped. There must have been contact out of...
Hey, well, they did get a penalty. One of them did get a penalty for a severe collision.
Yeah, so it must have been under the bridge. Either Cam dropped it and there was contact or something else happened. That's allowed Chris to have a challenge, and Chris has now hit the back of Mr. Rouster. Off goes Mort to spun the car as well. What on earth is happening here in Abu Dhabi? As here's Chris now up into second position from last earlier on. This has been an amazing recovery so far. We've got still 5-6 laps to go.
Well... did I say anything could happen in Formula 1? Well, Chris has just proven that it has.
He's on it.
Yeah.
Right, game on for the lead then. I mean, he's got to
but
get that
he's got to have a 9-second gap over YHYY to win this race.
3.
Well, sorry, scrap that. He's got to gain 9 seconds from now.
Yes. He does. But yeah, this has been a up and down race, hasn't it?
It has been an up and down race. It's starting to get a bit instant prone, I think, in the final few laps. But there'll be some drivers that'll be glad it's over, I think, by the end of this. But Cam did score points in the sprint race. So 4 points, I believe. And so how many would he get if he finishes 8th? That would be 5 points, won't it? Or would it be 4?
Yeah, anyway, back in a second, he's going to make himself a drink because my voice is about time.
No worries. And by the way, due to Matty's retirement, Cam will take second in the championship. Just realised that. But I think Matty will still be third, but I'm not entirely sure. By the way, Chris is already catching up to YHYY, by the way, quite considerably at the moment. Top 10 still in this race. Quite a few people getting penalties. It might be too late for a safety car. I'm almost certain of it, but like we said, anything can happen. Valter. Good recovery drive from him so far. He's on his way to take seconds due to Chris's penalty so far. So Chris has got to worry about Valter at the moment. Valter almost lost it there, but luckily he didn't as well. And just look at the light on the hotel. Absolutely incredible at the moment. And thank you to those of you that have joined us this season. It's been really, really good to watch all of these drivers. We may not be commentating on them next season because obviously some of them will move into Division 2. I'm almost certain our champion will. Maybe Matty as well, potentially. Maybe Cam. We don't know. It does all depend, of course, what happens next season. As we're on the third to last lap of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Will we have any last lap dramas? I hope not. As Ryan B, by the way, is fighting the Aston Martin. Mercedes versus Mercedes engine so far. And Cam sets the fast lap of the race so far as well. As everyone starts to catch up ever so slightly. I think everyone else is doing all right on fuel, so that's always good to see at the moment. As we head towards turn 3 and 4. And I don't think Ryan B is going to have much of a challenge so far. YHYY has pretty much checked himself out in front. Loving life at the moment. Probably wasn't expecting to beat P1. But, Ghost and Valter having a battle side by side to turn 9 as well. Ghost not managing to hold his line there. Valter keeping third. But Ghost is being pretty much challenging Valder for so long, and he's finally caught up. But Ghost also has penalties as well. It's always a thing with McLaren penalties, it looks like, so far. But this could be an entertaining battle for the final few laps of this Grand Prix between these two. And I have to say, we're all for it here in League of Europe, so make sure you listen in to the final few laps of this race. And Ghost almost got him, but Ghost will have the DRS going into turn 6 very soon, but they're all on the penultimate lap anyway. So I'm excited to see this battle. Liam, are you back?
No.
And
yes.
You panicked me there. You panicked me there at the moment, but yes.
Well, saying no, but then to respond to you, that means I am back. Ghost on the back of Wowster, and not going to be doing up the inside right now. You might try a second shot at it. I tell you what, Chris has pulled that gap now, 3.1 seconds in that position. So if Ghost gets past Mr. Wowster, he can really help his teammate inadvertently here. Well, it wouldn't be inadvertently, it would help his teammate if he got past. That is the simple terminology. Will not get past right now, hasn't got the ERS to play with. So has to just sit back. Chris has got that gap now to 4.6 seconds. He's closing. Not enough. Whitehate's looking for his victory of the season. Well, that changed the form of what I said earlier on of him having a up and down season, not having the best. Well, so far he is just a lap away from the top spot then as he comes through the final corner to begin the final lap here in Abu Dhabi. And here we go then. Last lap. Hurrah then. Let's see then. Whitehates, he's won, I think, once. I think he has won it before this season.
I will double check.
I think he won the Miami Sprint earlier on in the season. Didn't have much fun afterwards, so he has won races, but on for another one this season.
Nope, he didn't win the Miami Sprint.
I swear he won a race this season.
No.
Oh, okay, well...
Oh, no, it was Brazil. It was Brazil. It was last week.
I told you he won a race.
Yeah, it was Brazil last week, so this could be his second win in a row. Sorry, YHYY.
I forgot. Sorry, I didn't mean to forget about you getting points and wins. But here we go. Then YHYY, he's got half a lap to go past the old pit. Well, I wouldn't say the old pit straight because it wasn't. It's not old and it's not the. Well, it is a pit straight. To be fair, it's got a lovely grandstand underneath, on top of it, as well as that is RB battling away with Mods as Mods now back ahead of RB with a bit of DRS. So they might switch around one more time, and he's only got one last sector to go. Then has YHYY, he goes under the beautiful Yaz Hotel for the last time, and then he's only got the two right-handers to do. One in Brazil through the last two corners, and this is going to be victory then here in Abu Dhabi through the last corner. The fireworks to delight go off, and YHYY victory in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Chris will cross the line then from last to second. Mr. Wowster on the podium in third. Ghost in fourth. Then it's going to be Mort ahead of RB. Then in the end, then comes Chill, Cam, MCR, and it's going to be... Right, at the back here. Oh, it's Chill in sixth at the end then with that penalty. So RB in seventh, Cam in eighth. And then it should be MCR ninth.
And Ryan being 10th.
Bringing up the back then in 10th with the rest out of the session. But we're going to get some donuts from Ryan up across the line.
No, well, just a little bit. It's a shame not many people did donuts, but there we go.
Well, we can't have people doing donuts if you're the leader on the last corner.
No, I mean like the ones near the back.
Well, what are you doing now? Positions, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
There we go then. Whitehate's second win this season, and a very happy one as well. And on a bit of form right now, and hopefully that can carry over into next season.
Yeah, maybe he could be champion next season. You never know.
He could be. I mean, he's got a bit of form, hasn't he? I mean, he's making no ups, really, doesn't he? I think
he definitely has one of my drive of the day. Same with Chris as well for fighting back near the back at one half of the race to finish second. So those are two of them. Liam, who would you give your third drive of the day?
I have to give it. Who did you vote?
YHYY and Chris.
I'm going to give it to Chill for being a lovely host. and finishing the race despite dying.
He finished
4
6th,
times.
not gonna lie, after starting
He
15th.
finished 8th.
No, he finished 6th.
No, he finished 8th.
No, you look at the results in the race, Liam, not the results of the weekend.
Oh no, it's a sprint race. It says 8th.
No, you're looking at the wrong results, Liam.
Oh. Was that since when that was a thing? Okay, well he finished 6th then. Sorry, Chill. Okay.
Should we?
Good.
So why Chris and Chill then?
Yes.
Okay, well we'll scroll through. Oh. What happened? I had the results in front of me, and they're just gone.
So YH wins from Chris, Mr. Wowster, Ghost, Mort, Chill, RB, Cam, MCR, Ryan, Harry, Naram, Sam, Ivo, Melty, and Matty, and my games has crashed.
Ah, that's probably why then.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I don't think we can do interviews because we have literally got 10 minutes until our race begins. So
yeah, no interviews,
I'll
unfortunately.
let you round it up.
Yes. Wowster's waiting in the interview room.
Well, I'm afraid he's gonna have to, unless you want to do a quick interview.
Yeah, well then we got to get ready for our race. So thank you everybody for watching the stream and throughout the whole of League of Europe so far. It's been great to watch this season, and I've enjoyed every single race. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to all the stewards, the hosts, obviously Chill, and obviously Chris as well for helping out. Thank you to obviously my lovely commentator Liam for joining me this season, and to Larkin for pairing us both. I think we had a lot of fun this season, haven't we?
Yes, it's been up and down. Me being ill and not ill and stuff, but it's been a beautiful season.
Yes, and that's a nice message from J. Cole in the chat. We love you, J. Cole. But you can check Division 2, Division 4 in just under 15 minutes' time, where you're going to watch us probably die, or, in Liam's sake, probably do really well, hopefully. Fingers crossed, Liam. So that starts at 8:10. I can't remember who the commentators are, but I know J. Cole's one of them, I think. J. Cole's definitely one of them. Indeed too, so you can check him out commentating as well. But thanks for watching. We better get ready for our race. Have a good evening. Until next year in 2023, goodbye.